Good evening, welcome to Interesting Talks, the Footprints Counselling Service. We've been on a long journey into the unknown over the past year, but it seems there's light at the end of the tunnel. For those of you that are new to Interesting Talks, welcome. I hope that you find them helpful. To regular viewers, welcome back. Today's talk is on the benefits of being alone and how we can gain a lot of clarity from simply being alone. Like, share, leave comments on YouTube, Twitter and on Facebook. I enjoy reading them and I do reply. Also, others will learn from your comments, so keep sending them. Spending time with the most significant person in your life is 100% worth it. For many of us, aloneness is a negative state of being. Society doesn't help us with this notion either. Being alone often carries a social stigma, implying isolating, being on the outside of everything. This perceived sense of aloneness seems to imply that being by oneself is not a choice that we make, but rather an imposed state whereby the person is socially engaged on the outside and not involved in things. Even further, it may imply there is something actually wrong or defective with a person who remains alone. When it's done by choice, it's a beautiful thing. Social media gives us the impression, or should I say the illusion, that we're connected even if it's by interacting with somebody else's words, by clicking a like. Is this an abbreviated form of saying, hey, you, I agree? Comments serve as a conversation, as if they really had interacted with a real person in real time. Without this connection though, or connections through devices, we may feel anxious that we're left alone or we're left out. But I believe that most of us really know in our heart of hearts that our constant focus on this kind of communication deprives us of having real human interaction. Even more importantly, this kind of communication may keep us from having meaningful communications with ourselves. Unlike being alone, loneliness often implies that you're looking for someone or something that you feel you need in order to feel secure and happy. For some, loneliness may be a chronic condition where your own company is never enough, where spending time with yourself may produce a form of anxiety and sometimes even worse, symptoms such as panic attacks and even, depression. For many, the perceived solution to keep this fear away is to make sure that you are always in the company of somebody else. Of course, loneliness is not one size fits all. As with anything, there may be varying degrees of severity depending upon one's personality and life experiences. For example, loneliness may be experienced by some as a painful reminder of previous loss or abandonment, feeling rejected, not cared for, or even unloved. Although aloneness and loneliness are often thought of as one, and they are the same, they are not equal. Learning to be alone may be initially scary, but once mastered serves as a cornerstone for your development and growth as a human being. There's no so much things being taken for granted, but you really do learn most important things. Your inner voice gets its chance to speak. And that's the best source of your own guidance, your own inner voice. Being alone allows you to drop your social guard, then giving you the freedom to be introspective, to think for yourself. You may be able to make better choices, decisions about who you are and what you want, with outside influences messing you up all the time. We're swayed by the thoughts and feelings and attitudes and beliefs and behaviours of those in our immediate circle. Of course, you may ask others for their advice and their opinions, but ultimately consulting yourself and making your own mind up about what you want to do, the way you want to lead your life and where you want to take your life and what's best for you can only really come from you, can't it? More specifically, learning how to be alone may serve you well when it comes to knowing what you need and what you want in a relationship. Some individuals allow their partner to tell them what to feel, what to want, what to do, and largely because this is what their partner wants and needs themselves. Certain relationships even require this. So if you're too afraid to be alone and function on your own, you're selling yourself out, setting yourself up for relationship failure. And obviously, the healthiest relationships go bad when you're not being part of the relationship. You're just a bystander. So you always ensure that you're never alone. So the bottom line is that you cannot possibly have a healthy relationship with others if you haven't learned to have a healthy relationship with yourself. So thank you for listening to this talk. I hope that you found it useful. We're often told by society being alone is a bad thing, or that we've got it wrong in some way. But if you can master your own company and your own thoughts and feelings without the interferences of the outside world in general, to me, I believe the more confident and assured you will be. So do share this talk with members of your family, friends, even work colleagues. But until next week, take care, stay positive, and enjoy your moments of being alone. Bye for now.